Welcome to this screencast. The purpose of the screencast is to provide teachers with a guide for completing the revised individualized education plan process for Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools. This screencast describes how to complete an individualized program plan document, Template C, for students who meet Alberta education criteria for gifted and talented coding, Code 80. Giftedness is defined by Alberta Education as exceptional potential and/or performance across a wide range of abilities in one or more of the following areas: general intellectual, specific academic, creative thinking, social, musical, artistic, kinesthetic. The focus of Template C is to identify the supports and strategies required for the student to achieve learner outcomes. Adjustments to strategies and supports are provided to reduce barriers to learning and increase students' academic and behavioral success. There are two versions of Template C, one for students in grades 4 to 9 and one for students in junior-senior high school programs. Students are not typically identified as gifted prior to 8 years of age for the purposes of educational programming. Your Learning Support Facilitator will have provided you with the documents you need for participation in the screencast and for creating individualized program plans. The documents are Word documents and can be changed and saved easily. There are two templates for Template C, grades 4 to 9 and senior high school. Please ensure you have opened and are using the correct template and teacher guide. The description of the template is in the upper left-hand corner of the document and the title of the teacher guide. In this screen, you are viewing the first page of the grade 4 to 9 template for students who are gifted and talented, and the title of the grades 4 to 9 Template C teacher guide. You will be transferring information from the teacher guide to the template, so you may wish to keep both documents open. Here you are viewing the beginning of Template C and the teacher guide for Template C for students enrolled in senior high school. Please ensure you have opened and are using the correct template and teacher guide. The description of the template is in the upper left-hand corner of the document and the title of the teacher guide. You will begin the IPP by recording demographic information. The information required may be found on previous IPPs and in PowerSchool. You will notice that on all Template C documents, the Alberta Education Code 80 is indicated. Now it is time to record some of the information you have gathered about the student's strengths, interests, and learning preferences. If you have Strengths Finder or Strengths Quest results, this would be the place to record that information. Template C contains 3 checklists. You are invited to check off the adjustments you are providing in your classroom for the student you are creating an IPP for. In keeping with your knowledge about differentiated instruction, the 3 areas are content, process, and product. Select 1 to 3 strategies in each of these areas. Select strategies that you will be implementing frequently to support this student with his or her learning. Many gifted students participate in enrichment activities at home, in the community, and at school. You may wish to record courses, options, or school-related activities that could offer optimal challenge for the student in this section of the IPP. For example, a student who has extensive music training may be involved in creating and adapting scores for school musical theater production. In addition to adjustments to content, process, and product and enrichment activities, the student may require support with executive functioning skills, thinking, self-management, and intrapersonal skills, and with social participation. There is a menu of supports and strategies for you to choose from if you anticipate the student will require the support to be successful at school. The individualized program plan provides a description of the instructional strategies and supports the student requires to achieve learner outcomes in the program of studies. The G-Sacred IPP Teacher Guide includes a number of strategies and supports to choose from. Great respect for the value of teacher professional judgment remains. Please feel free to record strategies and supports that are most likely to result in success for the student. You are free to choose strategies and supports from other sources or to create your own. You will notice that some of the strategies you select have blueprint. Click on the blueprint to link to information that will further explain the strategy chosen. For example, if you select Teach Frustration Management Strategies, you will find a range of strategies students may use when they begin to feel frustrated. If the student you are creating an IPP for has a behavior support plan, please indicate the plan on the student record. The teacher guide provides a link to the G-Sacred Behavior Plan template and programming information, including the comprehensive list of universal, targeted, and intensive individual behavior supports, posted on the G-Sacred workspace. Success for every learner. It is important to include relevant information about the student's medical conditions, disabilities, or medications on the IPP. The teacher guide links you to medical conditions and disability information that you may or may not wish to include on the IPP. Consider information that is relevant to programming. Some information is important for the student's safety and well-being at school and should be recorded here. A building accessibility study is recommended for students who present with movement disorders and experience mobility challenges. Delete these sections from the IPP if they are not relevant for an individual student. It is only necessary to document the results of current assessment results that inform programming for the current school year. Assessment reports, including those that were completed a number of years ago, are retained on the student record. Some students required specialized or adapted equipment to be well, safe, comfortable, and engaged at school. Please select the equipment the student you are creating an IPP for requires. Again, if you do not require this section, simply delete it from the IPP. Please continue to document in individualized program plans any accommodation requests you anticipate the student will require for assessment of and for learning. Accommodations cannot be provided for PAT or diploma exams if the need for them is not included in individualized program plans. The accommodations requested should be regularly used by the student throughout the school year. Copy from the Teacher's Guide accommodations required and paste them into the template you share with parents. Student progress is communicated on report cards and in conversations with parents and students. You will wish to record some transition planning suggestions and summative recommendations to ensure there is continuity of programming for the student and future staff. Learning support facilitators work collaboratively with teachers, parents, and receiving school learning support facilitators to plan for and implement smooth transitions for our students. It is now only necessary to have the parent sign the IPP once during the school year. It is assumed that the teacher and parent will be communicating about any changes or adjustments throughout the school year. The conversations parents, students, and teachers have about students, their learning, and their progress all contribute to success for the student. If parents are unable or unwilling to sign an individualized program plan, please document attempts to invite them to do so. It is also helpful to document conversations with parents about the IPP, particularly if there are concerns. Please contact district office staff early in the process if there are concerns about a particular student's IPP. Thank you very much for participating in this screencast and for all you do to support each student and all students. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to work in collaboration with your school's learning support facilitator, pedagogy lead, counselor, and other colleagues to complete individualized program plans. Members of the district learning services team are always available for assistance.